part 2 of day 3 of becoming a housewife despite having a whole ass business and a master's degree. I'm your host, Lindsay Paoli. I am a therapist and a mental performance strategist, and I am having an existential crisis over becoming a housewife. So let me tell you the stories. Go to part 1 to understand more. Okay, so the first thing that has really kind of effed me up is when I met my husband on our first date. I was already going to therapy. This therapist changed my life. She's the one who influenced me to become a therapist. She made me think of therapy completely differently and mental health in general, because I despise the mental health system. And so she was like, you know, what would you want out of this relationship? And I was like, look, honestly, all I want in life is to be a 1950s housewife. I want somebody to provide everything for me, and I dress pretty, and I vacuum, and I take care of the kids, and we eat these beautiful meals, and I don't have to think about a thing. But I had just come from a marriage where financially I got really by thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. And I didn't think that I could ever trust a man to provide me in that way. And the same with my family, quite candidly. There's a lot of generational trauma about not having your own money, not being safe as a woman. And so I knew that I would have to, like, when I met Tony, even though the option was to stay at home, I was like, 100% I'm working. I need my own money. And that it's been, I'm not going to cry. It has been very nice to realize that I'm at a place in my marriage where I do feel that safety for the first time in my whole life, and maybe in the lives of many of my women in my family. And that's nice, and maybe a little bit gullible, and that's where I'm getting mentally screwed. Okay, part 2. Second story, we're in Bali for our honeymoon. We had just had a miscarriage, and we're in this temple that we were not supposed to be in, and we run into the Buddhist monk or priest, Hindu priest, something. And we are like running out thinking that he's going to scold us. And he's like, no, there's a reason you're here. So what's going on in your life? And he keeps asking questions, and he gets out that we'd had the miscarriage. And he's like, well, I can see that you both are growing rapidly, but when you're both growing, there's not room for the energy of another life. And I feel that way with our businesses in the past several years, is we've both been growing rapidly, but not in the same direction. And there's no room for the center. And so I just see this as an opportunity to come together and find ways to support one another and our family in the interim. And so that's where I'm at. Whatever that's called, power partnership is what I'm calling it.